Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
What's today?
Today's Saturday.
No. Sunday.
Today's Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Is it Sunday?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, shit. I lose a day.
I don't know. Your paper is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
your paper's there.
Very good.
Somebody been taking Grenad's paper. Says he only gets it that way. Oh, you're gonna do that? Man, I wish you wouldn't do that at my...
That bothering you?
Whatever.
I still don't know if we're going to Tennessee or West Virginia.
You're kidding me.
No. I really don't.
Okay. We're going to California.
Oh, well, okay. That'd be fine.
Here we are.
I like it there. Be something different.
Renee, we're almost in Tennessee. In fact, the next mile marker, I'll say something to you, but I'm thinking we're about 12 miles from Tennessee border.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, as far as right now, the plan is to, there it is, 13 miles. 13 miles to the Tennessee border. So the plan is this.
Okay.
We're going to get off, we're going to go to Big South Fork. Okay, well, you and I have been to Big South Fork before. We drove a gravel road all the way back. We passed a cool bridge. We camped at some sandbar at the very, very end. It was awesome. It's O&W or Q&W. I think it's O&W Trussell.
Okay.
But
That's okay.
we're not.
That sounds like a winner.
Well, we're not going right there. We're going around in that area, but we're not going, to that spot. We are going to jump on we're going to see something in Big South Fork that I kind of want to see. And then we're going to jump on the Kentucky Adventure Tour and we're going to head it back towards home. We're going to take until the sun goes down and then we're going to jump off and we're going to go highway the rest of the way home. My guess is we're probably going to make it back to Livingston or thereabouts. Which is 50 miles or so. I'm guessing we're going to go down here and we're going to drive X amount of miles of the Kentucky Adventure Tour, jump off 50 miles into Kentucky and head it north, home. I should say northwest, home. Okay. That's the plan. I don't know if it's going to work like that. And I don't like having any kind of other more definite plan than that. In case anybody was wondering, this is the main 3 section of the Kentucky Adventure Tour. We're going northbound. We got off at Jellico, and there's a little bit of pavement here. It's fine. It's still scenic. I like these back roads anyway. But that's what we're doing. We're beating our way back northbound, so be interesting to see. I'm sure we're going to have to reroute a few times due to high water because there's a lot of flooding all around here. So we'll see what's gonna happen. That didn't take long. What do you?
Looks like you picked the right road.
Well, I did. I'm following the Kentucky Adventure Tour. You see, I'm gonna teach you how to do this. I wish you could see it a little better.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is follow this. It's pretty simple. I'm just
Well, I'm sure it is.
I'm just following this. that said, I want to say thank you, because this truly is epic, and you know, there's a lot of people that are selling their tracks for this and all. You know, that I tell you what, this is nice. This is free. I mean, this is. Thank you. I just want to take this moment to thank you, and you guys. If you want to thank the people that put this trail together, I tell you, I'm not. I hate speaking for someone else, but I'm quite sure that if you picked up some trash and you did your part to clean this trail and keep it clean and do not trespass, I'm sure they would be more than grateful. So every time that you come out here and you do a random act of kindness like that, know that you are getting a thank you from me, if no one else. So let's do our part, because Granddaddy loves this stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. Love it. Just love it.
Well, I would hate for you not to be able to come out here and beat up and down on a gravel road and out in the middle of nowhere. You know, we've been real lucky, and I don't want to jinx us.
Come all this way just to take a crap.
Yeah. Well, we're still moving here.
People living back here.
Yeah, we've been through here before. I remember thinking,
Never.
yeah, I remember thinking I wanted to buy that Jeep. Yeah, I've been through here before.
The road's getting a little rougher.
Well, that's just this hill. It's kind of eroded. But it is neat. I like it. We're climbing.
Yeah.
There's water coming off the right here. Following a little stream all the way up.
Yeah.
I like that stuff too. Send it.
I feel back to normal.
Well, that's fantastic. You were freaking me out there for a second.
Yeah, I never get sick in my stomach. It just, for some reason, I just trying to swallow too big of a hunk of apple, and it just piled up.
Man.
If I'd have chewed it to where it was fine,
Might not
wouldn't have
have
had
done
any problem.
Back to the creek, I think. Right up there. Bunch of dogs. So we're back on pavement, and cool bridge, Mount Zion. We always find those Zion churches. I guess there's tons of those. Yeah, it was a cool church. Back there, nice little bridge, intersection, all that stuff. So I guess you call this pavement, it's pretty broken up. We're just bombing it. It's probably 3 o'clock. We're going to drive on this until dark, and then we're going to bail. So we've got a ways to go. I got a feeling we're going to bail from Big South Fork, because we're not making the ground that I thought we would. I see a lot of people asking questions about how much ground they could cover in a day on the Kentucky Adventure Tour. I wonder what that is. That's cool looking. Yeah. And it's interesting to me because like you said, there's people like those ATV people, and they're out here to ride. They want to cover ground. I get that, but people that are in Jeeps, it's not an endurance thing. It's really not. It's more, there's a lot more to it than that. So that answer is strictly very difficult. It's strictly up to the driver on how much they want to do. I would personally say 100 miles a day is a lot.
Yeah, that sounds like.
You can cover 100 miles a day doing 30 miles an hour. I guess that's really not. But most of those trails, there you go. Yeah, man. I dig it. Busted knuckle. Most of this trail you'd be missing covering that much. I understand why most people would want to just blitz right through this. There's not much to see. It's people's stuff, I get all that. We're moving. Bombing on. Okay, so I've known about this road back here for some time. And I want to tell you a quick story on how I discovered this. The year was probably 1990, 92 maybe. And I know.
30 years ago.
I know. Rusty and I had a 1984 Honda Accord. Little bitty car. Rusty is my brother. My mom got me a canoe. We didn't know anything, but we had always wanted to come down here and canoe the Big South Fork. So we loaded that thing up. And we went, by God, canoeing. We were going canoeing. Now we drove. You may remember this, starting about here. Beautiful off to both sides. And that's a cool bridge.
Yeah.
But we drove from Kentucky, from Louisville, all the way down here. There's a place called Sheltoy Trace Outfitters, which you call them and you make reservations and you say, I want to run the creek, and they work with you, and it's great. They tell you what you can do and how it works. That's what you do. No, not us. We were coming down here and we were going to go canoeing, kayaking. Canoeing, rather. told us, they laughed at, like, right in our faces. And they were rude. They did. It's been long. They're like, you kids don't know anything. You don't come down here. You don't do that. You all don't even know what you're doing, so you have no business being out here.
What is there to know?
Well, I'll tell you what there is to know. This creek through here, Big South Fork,
Yeah.
is pretty gnarly.
It's fast?
Very fast. Not only is it fast, it is dangerous. Very dangerous.
Okay. I didn't think it was over 2 foot deep.
Oh, no. It's much deeper than that. But anyway, the point is, we went to the ranger station and said, listen, here's what happened. We just drove. What the hell is this? We just drove so and so. What the hell is this? It says area closed right there.
Huh. Every day. Well, that's
Shit.
unexpected. I guess you have to turn around.
Well, I do have to turn around. There's no other. Damn it, man. That sucks. Why don't they tell somebody about that? They probably do somewhere.
At least they got a place you can turn around.
Well,
Okay, go on with your story.
Rusty and I, we're going to cook right here. I'm going to have to cook right here.
Okay.
Rusty is my brother. The car was a 1984 Honda Accord.
Yeah.
And we drove it all the way down here with the flapping straps that were holding the canoe to the top of flapping on the top of the car. It was brutal. We got down here, we got denied. We went to the ranger station. The ranger, he says, well, there's a place here. The river makes a big wide bend here. He says, if you put in here and you paddle down 3 miles, and then you can walk back a mile, get your car, drive all the way back around here and pick up your canoe. So that was the plan.
Okay.
1 mile hike, 3 mile paddle. We put in down at the backside of this road at this dam. It was intense. Way more than what we should have been doing. As soon as we got in the water and got situated with our canoe or our cooler and all of our stuff,
You
our dry
turned
bags.
it over?
Oh, completely. Right in front of a class 4 rapid. And it was intense. We were able to salvage everything right before the rapid, but it was brutal. Crazy. We had to and we started below the rapid. We went on about our business. We had a great time. We from there we only tipped the thing once.
I remember that vaguely.
I tell you, it was intense. Let's get out. Man, I gotta tell you, Grandetti, some of the best dinners that I've ever had have been on the side of a beat down road with you.
Awful good.
This is awesome, dude.
Awesome.
Man, this is awesome.